Well, hello. How are you? This is Tom, and this is the INFJ experience, and I want to talk a little bit about love today, people. Yeah, it's February 2026. It's almost Valentine's Day, and I think it's a good time to talk a little bit about that. All right? Now, basically, love is an emotion. Okay, it's one of the most powerful emotions. Actually, it's a very, very powerful one. In fact, it's probably one of the most. And of course, you have some negative emotions out there to counteract it. But we're not going to talk too much about that. Now, I want to talk first of all about why the INFJ is geared the way that they are, especially with their emotions. Okay. Now, of course, the FE, or the third letter in the INFJ, is feeling. That's basically what it is. They're feeler types. Basically, that just means that they have a heightened emotional side to them. Now, it doesn't mean that they're completely emotional, okay? Because they're balanced with a very struck logical side as well. They have that introverted thinking, which keeps them balanced. Now, they're very, very logical, but they have an emotional side. They have a sensitive side. So they pick up on emotions. In fact, that's where their empathetic side is from as well. Of course, they pick up emotions. They're able to detect them in certain people. And sometimes they absorb these emotions. And depending on their level of experience and expertise, this may affect them differently in so many ways. Now, basically what it is that the fact is that, now I heard this on another channel, is the fact that the emotions, in fact, the INFJ has a heightened, let's say, nervous system. Their nervous system, of course, is tied in with their mind, their brain. Our brain is tied in with the entire nervous system, which we're built that way. But now the emotional side of an INFJ is tied in more so into the nervous system with their feeling side. Okay? A lot of times is the way we are wired, literally, with the nervous system, is the fact that when we pick up emotions, they seem to surge through our body. They affect our bodies differently. Okay, because we're so linked in with this, with our nervous system. And now a lot of times that's almost our way of receiving information of other people through our nervous system. It's almost like our built-in antenna in a way, like our mind, our body, our senses, just what we're picking up. And a lot of times it's giving us those surges. So sometimes you might see somebody or something or feel something. You'll feel surges go through your body. Now, I know I do. Now, on extreme cases, of course, an example is, obviously when you feel feared or when something startles you, you kind of jump a little bit and you might feel like you're on edge a little bit. You feel like your goose flesh might go up a little bit. You might feel a little bit, your heart races a bit. This is a way that we all have. Human beings are wired this way as almost a fight or flight defense system, which all animals have. This is not just a human thing. This is an animal process in order for self-defense, in order to spring into action, need it be. Now, the INFJ is wired this way, as we all are, but we also have a heightened nervous system for our emotions, which, like I said, we pick up empathy. We might feel a certain emotion, we feel it. And not only that, we might feel a certain song. Let's say there's a song playing, a very sentimental one to you, and you love that song. And you kind of feel the emotion of this. You almost feel it go through your body. You can almost feel it. You feel your body do a certain thing. It might get more relaxed. And if it's an angry thing, if something angers you, it'll tense you up. Now, we have to heighten to that in our nervous system. Okay, but after saying all that, I want to talk about love, about the emotion of that, and about basically what INFJs go through in a love process. Now, truly, I'm going to say, first of all, people, I think love, the genuine love, what it is when it's unconditional. Love is when you actually have a caring, either for yourself or somebody or something that goes beyond just care. It's like your duty to basically take care of somebody or something. It's to put your life into that. Put your whole, basically dedicate a certain part of you to that for their cause in a genuine way. Like like you have an emotion for somebody or something that goes beyond just the surface. Now, this is love, and usually it should be an unconditional love, where it's just not ask for anything back. Now, typically in relationships, okay, man-woman relationships, husband-wife relationships, typical relationships. Now, you would hope that it starts off that way. A lot of times you're hoping that's what it is. You love each other. You got each other's back. You want to spend the rest of your life together. And a lot of times, I mean, it doesn't last long. Sometimes these relationships don't last very long. Now, I think a lot of it is because a lot of times we base our entire relationships on what we think is love, what we expect to be love, but it isn't genuine love. Maybe it's a societal, cultural, basically expectation of what love is. Now, society in general, especially in this day and age, if you look around you, love doesn't exist anymore. People do not genuinely love anymore. A lot of times what love is basically it's a conditional feeling. It's something that you are entitled to have. And no longer is it emotion. It's not caring for anybody. It's not an unconditional love that's reciprocated mutually. It's usually very one-sided, and it's usually very materialistic. It's usually just very like, if you can't supply this amount of money towards something, then you don't care. It's based on how much you spend on somebody, how much you put yourself out there. And that's how it's based on there. And if you can't supply that, then usually it's not worth sticking around for. So it's become very not love anymore. It's all about conditions, and it's all about basically materialism, which steers me into St. Valentine's Day. A lot of times I think St. Valentine's Day is just, it's basically put out there in order to basically generate some revenue for certain, like for the florists, for the card makers, and things like that, for the restaurants, so they get more revenue. I think a lot of holidays are that way anyway. See, I'm looking beyond it. I see kind of what goes beyond the scene too. But it's a cultural conditioning that we have gone through in order to just see that for what it is and accept it for what it is as well. But my point is, I guess, basically is that I'm looking for like what is real love? What is true love? And how the INFJ is affected by this. But again, as INFJs are, they are feelers, but they're also logical. So I'm trying to play both sides of the fence here. I'm trying to say, yes, there is a loving, compassionate side to an INFJ, but now one that is clear, level-headed can also see the logic behind something, or they should. This is what they have to use their emotional intelligence all about for. So part of that's what this is too, is emotional intelligence. You got to be smart enough to know what's real love and what isn't real love. But being that it is the time of year, and that's what we celebrate, I just thought I'd throw that out there as an understanding that true love, if you've ever felt it for real, in which we may never even find that real love, it should recharge us. As INFJs typically, we feel as though we're, let's say, drained most of the time. A lot of times people drain us. Okay, we always say that. I mean, a lot of times we're isolated. Sometimes we like our solitude. We like our peace, because a lot of times getting too close to people, getting too close to situations with people drains us. And now that's a known thing. That is a stereotypical thing, is that INFJs are highly susceptible. As much as the FE wants to reach out, wants to make connections, people drain them, so they pull back. So they're kind of caught in that tug of war between their feeling side and their solitary side, which is age old, okay? But after saying that, true love, if you had a true connection with, let's say, in a relationship, or a true bonding friendship, even just a true connection with maybe a family member, maybe a parent, if it was genuine, then it wouldn't drain us as much, because our whole nervous system would be tied in. It would be basically picking up decent signals. It would be picking up true signals. And it wouldn't be so taxing on our nervous system, which normally is pulling energy through our nerves. Basically, it's nerving up our body. Because once when we feel like we're being drained, I mean, it makes our whole body feel fatigued. We feel like we just don't feel right anymore. In fact, sometimes it even has effects on our body and our health and things, because it's directly tied into our nervous system, as I said before. So a lot of times that's one of the reasons why INFJs prefer their solitude in so many ways. But my point is, people, true love, if you ever find true love, and as an INFJ, you would feel that. from somebody else. It would be a genuine charging feel, which would be very rare to find this day and age. If somebody that genuinely loved you, genuinely cared about you, that was reciprocated, you'd feel like as if you were charged by them. That would be a true love. Feel like you're charged by somebody. Not just out of lust. A lot of times you feel like it's a lust and that's a pulling thing. It would go beyond that. It would go into an actual true feeling of worth, I guess you could say. Okay. Well, anyway, people, I think I said enough for now. Well, people, thank you again for attending. And if you like this video, and if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, okay? And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and leave your comments down below, okay? And I'll make sure I make some more. And if you look at these screens over here, you'll see all these little icons coming up here about the videos and about the subscribe button as well. So you'll see that stuff. Well, people, thank you again for attending. And until the next time, have yourself a wonderful rest of your day.